So my best friend invited me to his wedding.
That's great. I love weddings. You get to dress up and go to this like beautiful, wedding party.
Right. Sounds like it should be great, right?
Yeah. What's not so great about it?
The problem is the wedding is not here. It's in England.
That's even better. Then you can travel to England, right?
Are you going to loan me the money? Do you know how expensive a round-trip ticket is to England?
Okay, so I guess you will have to pay for your own ticket, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's wonderful that I'm being invited, but I don't have money. So I'm going to borrow money from somebody or put it on my credit card.
And then you'll have to pay it back later.
Because I can't say no. It's my best friend.
You're right. It once in a lifetime, so you should go.
Why can't he just have his wedding here?
Maybe is his wife from England?
No, he's from England.
Oh.
So his family is there, but they can come visit here, right?
Well, Shane, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I think his family is a little more important than you.
I'm his best friend. Do you know how much time we've spent together?
Okay, Shane,
maybe
you know
not
what?
as much as his family.
Exactly.
You're
Just
right.
save some money and pay it back,
But
okay?
he said if it's a problem, he can pay. But I can't accept his money, It's just
Exactly.
very awkward. It's very awkward when you get invited to a wedding abroad.
Well, it's nice. It would be nice when you have money saved. So it's a little lesson for you, Shane. Save some money.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Can I borrow a little bit of it?
No, not really.
Regina is talking to a travel agent.
Hi, I'm going to a wedding in Vancouver 2 Saturdays from now. Can you help me find cheap tickets there and back?
Sure. When would you like to fly out?
Are there any flights on the Friday before?
There are a couple. When do you plan on returning? Hello, everybody. Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I am Shane.
And I'm Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Today we're looking at travel English flying abroad, and we're looking at part A. It is called At a Travel Agency.
Ooh.
So we're talking about travel agency. Do you know what travel agency is?
Well, a travel agency is a place where you go to see a travel agent.
That's right.
And a travel agent is somebody who's going to help you find out how to get a flight to wherever you're going. Maybe also help you get transportation.
That's right.
A place to sleep, accommodations, maybe some tours, trips, stuff like that.
That's right. So if you want to travel abroad, usually people will go and, go to see the travel agent at the travel agency first.
But a lot of people just do this online now, right?
You're right. Okay,
Do
I guess.
people still go to a travel agent?
Yes, I
Do they?
think they still do.
Okay.
Some people.
Okay.
Okay, so in today's dialogue, we got two people talking, and one is Regina,
Okay.
who is going to book a ticket.
Okay.
And Regina is talking to a travel agent who works at a travel agency.
So Regina sounds like that's a female.
So that will be me. I will be Regina,
Okay, and I will be the person who is helping you.
the travel agent.
Okay. So why don't you begin?
Okay, and Regina starts by saying, "Hi, I'm going to a wedding in Vancouver 2 Saturdays from now. Can you help me find cheap tickets there and back?"
Oh, so 2 Saturdays from now. Okay, so if today's Wednesday, we will count the next Saturday and then the Saturday after that Saturday.
You are right. So that's 2 Saturdays from now.
Oh,
and she
okay.
is going to a wedding in Vancouver.
Yeah, and she wants cheap tickets. I don't think anybody would say, "Can you help me find some expensive tickets?"
You are right. Wedding, we all know it's a ceremony that you usually have when two people get married, and you would hear dun 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 and dun 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 dun. That's right. And it's such a wonderful thing. I love attending weddings.
So at a wedding, people get married, right? So two people promise to be with each other for the rest of their lives.
Through sickness and health, right?
Yes, richness and for richer or for poorer.
That's right. So it's actually a wonderful thing if your friends are getting married. Of course, you will want to go to their wedding,
Unless
right?
it's in another country.
Okay, fine. If you have money saved, you should be okay.
But if you have to buy an expensive ticket,
Oh, and that is our next vocabulary word.
then it's not good.
And a ticket is something that we usually need to buy when you are maybe taking the plane
Right.
or maybe taking the train
Or a bus.
taking the bus. That's right.
Or it could be for you want to go to a music concert, you need to have a ticket.
Very good. Or maybe you want to go see a movie at the movie theater. You also need to buy a ticket, right?
Interesting.
So Regina wants to find cheap tickets there and back, right?
That's right. So the agent says, sure, when would you like to fly out? So fly out. Fly out of where?
Fly out of your country or fly out of
the
where
city.
you are.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be a country,
You're right.
I
You're
mean,
right.
you could be flying out of
Where you
Taipei
are.
to go to Taidong or something like that, right?
You are right.
So it just means to fly from the place you were going to the other destination.
That's right. And Regina continues by saying, are there any flights on the Friday before?
The Friday before the Saturday.
Yes.
Right? So the Friday before 2 Saturdays from now. Right?
Okay, that sounds a little bit confusing. That's right.
Right. Okay.
And the agent says,
Okay. There are a couple. When do you plan on returning?
there are a couple.
A couple here means there's a couple of tickets, right? So
A couple of flights.
a couple of flights that you can buy a ticket for.
You're right.
Right? So a couple here just means usually means two, right? But can also mean
Like a few.
a few.
Sometimes when you're not sure
Yeah.
exactly how many, but you know not too many, but you know you have some.
就
then
有
you can
几
say-
个，
Yes,
几
then
个。
you can say, oh yes, there are a couple of flights that you can buy tickets for.
But what if you say they are a couple?
Oh, if you say they are a couple, usually you mean maybe these people are in a relationship, usually in a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
Right? So if they are married, then you can say they are a married couple. So that's like two people, right?
Yeah, it would be weird to say about you and your best friend. I wouldn't say, oh yeah, they are a couple.
Exactly.
They are a couple of people, but they're not a couple. Because
That's
you're
right.
right, it's a bit romantic. It means that maybe you're really in love with that person, something like that.
Exactly. So I wonder if she'll be able to get the tickets that she is looking for.
The key is they need to be inexpensive or cheap tickets, right?
You are right.
See, I really care about
You
this
do, I
kind
know.
of thing.
I can tell.
Because it's already on my mind.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out after the break.
Let's take a break.
All right.
How much money do I have? Gosh.
The Sunday or Monday after is fine.
Okay. The cheapest round trip ticket leaves on Friday at 8:45 a.m. and returns on Sunday at 9:25 p.m.
That sounds perfect.
Great. I'll go ahead and book it for you.
Welcome back, everybody.
We missed you.
We sure did. Okay, so we are talking about Regina and also the travel agent, right? So
Right.
Regina is looking to buy some tickets to go to Vancouver for a wedding.
Vancouver. You must be familiar with Vancouver.
Not really. I'm from Toronto.
You've been to Vancouver, right?
I have.
I've never been to Vancouver.
But it's a beautiful place.
So yeah. Okay, so why don't we begin or continue with Regina?
Okay, so Regina continues by saying the Sunday or Monday after is fine.
after. The Sunday or Monday after what?
After the day they were talking about,
Yeah,
right?
the day they were talking about is 2 Saturdays from now.
That's right.
So we got to remember that. The after is still referring to that day, the 2 Saturdays from now.
Yes, and I think Regina was trying to find out, the returning date, right? So the day they're talking about right now, the Sunday and Monday after is talking about when she will return to where she is right now.
So, okay, so they'll have the wedding. So maybe the wedding is on Saturday or Sunday.
That's right.
Right? Maybe on Saturday. Who
Maybe on
knows?
Saturday, I think.
So the agent says, okay, the cheapest round trip ticket leaves on Friday at 8:45 a.m. and returns on Sunday at 9:25 p.m.
So that would probably be really good for Regina. And, the time is right. And also, it's the cheapest one.
Yeah, I think that was something that was pretty important to her.
And you.
I think everybody, right?
Yeah, I guess so. When you're buying something, of course, you want to find the best deal. You want to buy the cheapest ticket.
Not
right?
necessarily, though, because some people want a very luxurious thing.
Oh, you're right.
So to them, the quality is more important than the cost. So if you want a maybe first class ticket,
True.
you want to sit in first class, you might be more concerned about where on the plane will I be sitting? What kind of service will I have? And you don't really care that much about the money because you're rich.
Okay, I guess
I want to be rich.
I guess we're not there yet.
No, never will be. So round trip.
That's an adjective. And basically that means a trip to a place and coming back. Usually, over the same route, right?
Right, so if you're going to fly to Vancouver from Taipei, that means you will fly back from Vancouver to Taipei.
That's right, and that is a round trip. It's not a one-way ticket. If you're just buying a one-way ticket, you're just going to that place and that's it. You're not returning, right?
Yes.
So round trip, if you're traveling, usually when you're traveling to a place, you need to buy a round trip
So
ticket.
think about it like this. Round, what happens in a circle?
You go and then you come
back.
back.
So it's like that. It's round trip. Right?
Exactly.
Okay,
So
Regina.
Regina says that sounds perfect. Right, the time is right and it's the cheapest one, of course. That sounds perfect.
Great. I'll go ahead and book it for you.
Book it?
Book it.
What does that mean? Like taking a book and just talking to you about the book?
Because
What's
book
book
is
it?
a noun usually, right?
That's right.
When you're studying English, you're probably going to be using a book. But book is a verb. Interesting.
When you're using book as a verb, it means that
You're going to make a reservation. Or you're going, for example, if I say, let's book a table to eat at the restaurant tonight. If I book it, that means that they are going to write it in their book originally and say, okay, Shane, Karen, 7 p.m. Now it's in the book. It's been
right.
booked.
and they will keep that table for you. They will reserve that table for you.
Right.
Right?
Interesting.
So you can
book.
use book as a verb as well, meaning to reserve something, right?
I really would like to know, because, in Taiwan, if you go to a wedding, it's quite a bit different than if you go to a wedding in Canada.
Exactly. Actually, there are quite a few things that are very, very different. Yeah. Like one of the things that I noticed is that, like the gifts would be different. When you attend like a Western kind of wedding, like, in Canada, for example, and then people usually buy gifts.
Yeah, and they will register, the married couple is going to register and they'll say what gifts they want.
Exactly.
And then you can look at that list and you can buy one of the gifts.
Exactly. So for example, if they want an oven or they want a washing machine or something.
Dishes.
Exactly. And then you can sign up for that gift and give it to them, and that's exactly what they want. But whereas in Taiwan, people usually just give the married couple some money.
Yeah.
Very practical.
We would think that would be you're not being very thoughtful. In a Western country, we'll think, just giving money doesn't seem like you really care or you really know the person very well.
But then when you look at it from another perspective, I guess, if you give them the money, they can just go ahead and buy something that they really like, or they get to save it, right?
Well, cultures are different, but doesn't mean one is right or wrong.
Exactly. Another difference is that I think, people used to, people tend to dress up in the Western, weddings. Where all, even guests
Yeah,
right?
right.
Not just the married couple, but even anybody who attend the wedding, they're supposed to dress in really formal clothes and in suits and
Right.
beautiful dresses. But in
Taiwan, you can just wear a t-shirt,
Yes.
right? That's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, you can wear something very, very casual.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. I think we've come to an end.
Okay, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Regina is talking to a travel agent.
Hi, I'm going to a wedding in Vancouver 2 Saturdays from now. Can you help me find cheap tickets there and back?
Sure. When would you like to fly out?
Are there any flights on the Friday before?
There are a couple. When do you plan on returning?
The Sunday or Monday after is fine.
Okay. The cheapest round-trip ticket leaves on Friday at 8:45 a.m. and returns on Sunday at 9:25 p.m.
That sounds perfect.
Great. I'll go ahead and book it for you.
Hi， 各位同学，我是威尼，又到了今天的单字用语时间。看第一个字是 wedding， 名词，婚礼。We are attending a wedding this weekend. Attend 呢就是动词参加，所以这句话意思是我们这周末要去参加婚礼。那接下来这个字是 ticket， 名词，票券。Do you need to get a ticket for this concert? 你参加这场演唱会需要购买门票吗？Couple 名词，几个或是2、3个。那如果你今天要说我要邀请几个朋友来参加晚餐，你可以说 I'm going to invite a couple friends over for dinner。好，那我们接下来再看下一个字是 book， 动词，预定。book 不是书吗？那要注意哦 ，book 做动词用的时候是预定的意思。生活中处处会用到这个字，比方说 book a flight 预定班机 ，book a ticket 预定门票 ，book a table 就是定位餐厅啊，或是包厢等等。Did you book a restaurant for your birthday？ 你订好生日聚餐的餐厅了吗？好，刚刚都学会了吗？那我们来看一下新的用语。首先呢，看看一些时间的说法。对话中有提到表达时间的说法，比方 2 Saturdays from now， 2周后的星期六，那也可以说成 2 Saturdays from today。The Friday before that Saturday 表示你所指的那个周六的前一天的星期五，或者是 the Sunday or Monday after that Saturday， 意指那个周六之后的星期天或星期一。Taylor's birthday is 3 Fridays from today. Taylor 的生日呢是在3周后的那个星期五，或是 The Thursday after works best for me. 在那之后的周四对我来说是最适合的。那我们接下来看一下是 fly out 搭机出国，它是很口语的用法哦。你可以说 We will fly out to New York next week. 我们下周会搭机前往纽约。好，最后是 plan on 加 VING 计划做某件事。Plan 呢在此是动词，计划的意思。We plan on visiting Europe next year. 我们计划明年要造访欧洲。拜拜 ，See you next time.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Nina.
And today we are playing Word Drop. So in this game, we have 3 words here that we have not looked at yet. And we need to try to work these words into our conversation as casually as possible.
Ooh.
So would you like to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I think it's easier.
All right, go for it.
All right. So, you know, like with COVID and everything, it's been a while since we've been able to travel and it's been quite frustrating. But recently, I think things have kind of eased out, right? So people are starting slowly, like flights and everything. And the other day, I was looking at a round trip to Portugal to visit my grandparents.
Yes, unfortunately, COVID has made a lot of plans get kind of pushed back. So there's been a lot of times recently where I see my friends who are engaged and they've got, all these plans and they're like, oh, can't wait for summer 2020 or 2021 and they're so excited. But then they realize, because of COVID, I have to push back my wedding.
Oh, that's such a shame. Speaking of weddings, actually, I'm supposed to go to one, I think, in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I have a Mexican friend that's marrying her El Salvadorian fiance. So, yeah, that should be fun. I think I'm going to have like a couple of events coming up soon.
Well, also on the topic of weddings, there was one time that I was on my way to a wedding. I was living in Seattle and I had to drive back to Spokane. And so I was driving with my friend. I was driving with a couple of friends, and actually the driver was not my real friend. So, but anyway, so we were driving, and I realized that the driver is going really, really fast, and I was like, okay, the speed limit here is like 80, so 85 would be okay, but he's going like 100, and sure enough, he got pulled over and got a ticket.
Ah, that sucks. Well, it's annoying because my boyfriend has constantly been getting tickets for speeding, and it just sucks because all of his extra money is going to pay bills, and now we don't have any money left to book our hotel in Bali.
Well, sometimes when you are booking flights and things like that, and you're going to these different places, and you realize that you don't really know what the airport kind of looks like, you know what I mean? And so then when you're flying there, it's like you're flying in and you're like, okay, on the way in is kind of okay, but then you realize, I don't know where the departures are, so I don't know how to fly out of this airport.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Flying out of the airport.
See you next time.